It's been fascinating to watch the country try to find its moral compass over the past days as the nation wrestled and the president waffled on what to do about family separation at our border with Mexico. Ultimately, the president backed down under mounting pressure from both Democrats and Republicans and eventually signed an executive order allowing newly detained families to stay together in federal custody. We still don't have clarity on what happens to the more than 2,300 children who've already been separated from their parents and are now living in makeshift tents in Texas. But there's no doubt the president has done a 180 on this public policy matter after days of blaming and claiming. Blaming Democrats for a mess he created and claiming that his hands were tied to do anything about it. So, why the president's 180 on the issue? Well, there's speculation that it might not have been the political pressure he was feeling, but rather the personal pressure he was getting from his wife Melania and his daughter Ivanka, both mothers of young children. As a nation, we are so morally adrift that it's reaffirming every now and again to see that we do still know how to distinguish right from wrong, good from bad, and act accordingly. But at what cost? Does it really require watching parent and child separated from each other on live television for us to find our moral compass? Does it really require us to see children and youth being maltreated behind bars and fences in jail-like settings for us to find our moral compass? Yes, it does. And historically, it always has. Birmingham, Berkeley, Soweto, Tiananmen Square, Zuccotti Park, Ferguson. At the apex of any radical movement for social change, there comes a moment where the focus is on the children and the youth, when we finally stop and take notice. That's when it goes from agitating us politically to moving us personally, and that's usually when we find our moral compass. Like Melania and Ivanka Trump, we are then compelled to situate ourselves in the story, and in that moment, our head and our heart align. It's a beautiful thing to behold. But at what cost? I'm heartened that at least in this situation, finally, we seem willing to put families first. But I must admit, I cannot stop thinking about the myriad of other political, social, economic, and cultural issues that separate families daily in our nation, most especially gun violence. Gun violence is the ultimate divider of families. Congress or the courts cannot reunite you with your dead child. So I just figured, since we were talking about the precious children, that now would be a good time to... No?